Peace. This is a meat and potato sorcery production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today's topic for the occult family is Gnosis of the Fallen. I want to talk to you about fallen angels, and I want to really expound on it when we say fallen or those who were cast down. Many people take that from the Abrahamic religions, but here's the problem. What were they cast down for? Now, many people subscribe to the belief that they were cast down because they refused to acknowledge the divinity of Yahweh or Jehovah's creation. Well, I'm going to say this. That's wrong. That really wasn't the case. In fact, I will offer a counter view which comes from Gnosticism. And the view was this. There are many creators of this world. And while Jehovah did play a small part, I've said this over and over again. Really, the so-called angels, and some of them were even archangels or were dominions or cherubs. The reason that they were cast down is because many of them didn't want to be subservient to a celestial tyrant. And while they were willing to stand up for themselves, they also were willing to stand up for humanity because they knew that if this was going to be their fate, what was going to be the fate of humanity? And you hear it every day on social media, and you've even seen it when people make comments. Jesus this, Jesus that, God this, God that. So you can't get nothing done, right? That what you're saying? There is nothing good about slavery. And you can check that with indentured servants, whether it was the Irish. You can check that with Africans. You can check that with Native Americans. You can check that with the Latin people. Ain't nothing good about slavery. Never has been, never will be. So many angels were cast down because they were willing to fall on the sword, not just for themselves, but humanity. Now, there are also some people who played a role in the clarion call and standing up for the planet as well as themselves besides archangels. Who? They say that Lucifer was an angel. Lucifer was a god. Lucifer was not an angel. Lucifer is a solar deity. He's a god. So don't just, dismiss him and relegate him to a position that he never had. Lucifer was already a god. So the people that were enlisted in the aid to fight against not only the false god, but also the demiurge are as follows, in case you didn't know. Kingu, Asmodeus, Beelzebub, Babylon. That was one that was involved in fighting against that. So those are some. As well as, like I said, Kingu, he was involved. Quetzalcoatl was involved. Samael was involved. All these people were willing to fight. So it isn't as simple as people try to make it. So the people that you were thinking were just all bad and really wanted to destroy you, yes, they have their quirks like any spirit or any human, but they also knew what this would lead to. And I also want to say this. Now, I'm not a Freemason. I would never pretend to be. But in some of their lore, they acknowledge that the number 33, while it is a master number, why is it a master number? Because amongst certain Freemasons, there were at least 33 revolutions or uprisings in the celestial realm between the demiurge versus the angels. Now, there's another view amongst Gnostics, they say it's 13. So we have to come to the conclusion that's between 13 rebellions to 33 between the demiurge fighting against angels. So that's the conclusion that we got to come to. And guys, they did, the minor ones, they got involved, or those who were viewed as minor. So that's something that you really have to think about. Now, can you get in touch with the fallen? Yes, and there are two that I will name offhand. Barnell is one, and Donnell is one. Donnell, the last one, deals with beauty and glamour magic. So you can deal with the so-called fallen or Gnostic angels, they will deal with you, but they want to see your character, because if you still wrapped up in this whole Judeo-Christian thing where Jehovah is the top dog, so to speak, no. But you can work with them, and they can give you a lot of insights, and they can make some things happen very quickly in your life. So that's the gnosis of the fallen. The reason that they fail is because they didn't want to be slaves to anyone, and they didn't want that to happen for you. So with that, that is your meat and potatoes sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.